administration is now considering adding a climate test to the national interest analysis regulators conduct before approving new LNG projects. Never mind that climate interests are all too often run in the exact opposite direction of America's national interests. This move would amount to a functional ban on new LNG export permits. The administration's war on affordable domestic energy has been bad news for American workers and consumers.
An old coffin. And you can't do a concrete pour like that in that field, or,
Regulatory nudging is forcing automakers to produce a supply of electric vehicles for which there is insufficient demand. And now further limits to LNG exports will only send energy costs higher at a time when the West is trying to reduce its reliance on Russian energy. This agenda is not just bad for America at home either. It's directly at odds with America's interests on the world stage. From Russia to Iran to China, it is abundantly clear that our adversaries are not waiting for us to wake up from this experiment in green self-harm. Russia is building a new export facility for liquefied natural gas that is scheduled to be up and operating as soon as next year. Iran is also in the process of completing an LNG
biggest
export
Mexican
facility
I had ever seen.
to be ready next year as well. It should be without saying that increasing global reliance on Russian and Iranian energy is not sound strategy. The Secretary of Energy herself has described Russian gas as the, quote, dirtiest form of natural gas on Earth. And China, for its part, increased its emissions last year by double the amount of U.S. emissions, while double the amount U.S. emissions actually declined. Our allies in Europe are increasingly relying on us to keep their lights and their heat running. It was LNG exports from the United States that allowed Europe to reduce its reliance on Russian energy in the wake of their attack on Ukraine. So if the Biden administration is foolish enough to shut down our LNG exports,
do that. And again, you had that one auditing some Cuban policy inside here. The hero you deserve, Cuban. It's like, technically, I don't care as long as you have a Walmart and the tops and everything else that aligns with our policies. But I mean,
shows our nation's interest.
I was working hydrogen reactor in the game, Kroger.
Green radical scheme to empower our political rivals in China, Iran, and Russia. It's hard to fathom that this is even a question of the Biden administration.